All set? Yes, we are all set. We can now travel to Amarang, speak with the Andrei Amaro Tamer to fly to the desert. To fly to the desert?
Arang. From this parched earth, the nation of Nabath, Arang once rose. When I journeyed here, long ago, I spoke with a sun-weathered elder. He told me Armarang meant majestic land in the language of his people.
Oh, this is the Exarch. I forgot for a second.
And so it might still be, were it not for the light's unrelenting onslaught.
Why are you crying? Oh, because you want my food. Can't have it, though. The sky may be as bright as in the scorching hours of day, but it gets brisk enough to make you shiver. Now, the Exarch's letter said I was to take you to the inn at Journey's Head, which is where this Alisei friend of yours is staying. But that's a fair old distance, so I propose we make a stop in Mordsuk to break up the trek, allowing me to attend to some business and you to enjoy the local hospitality. Sound good? Good. Alright, you lot. I'm off, and I better not see the goods covered in sand when I get back. Right, we head southwest, straight as an arrow. Straight as an arrow. Look at that cactus! Is that a cactuar? Gigantender? It's like a Gigantor, only it's... Look at its butt! We in Shadowbringers, Mei, do you see they put butts on the Gigantenders? Look at their booties! Stop here a moment. This is your first visit to Amarang, is it not? Before you cross the river of sand, you need to turn around and feast your eyes on that. What is that, Titan? It must have all of the summons. What are they called? I can't remember. Mordsuk. By the blessed shadow, I love this town. Mordsuk. Not just full of Mord, but Humes and all manners of others too. It has long been a refuge for folk displaced by the flood, so the population is nothing if not diverse. Oh, have you met a Mord before? They might look like shifty little blighters, but a more welcoming lot you could never wish to meet. Speaking of which, we should pay our respects to Master Gengen. I'll go ahead and let him know we've arrived. Oh, it's for a cosplay. What are we cosplaying? Do I know what you're cosplaying? Have you told me already? Master Gengen. Oh, let's grab this Aetheryte, obviously. I was hoping to grab this Aetheryte since I couldn't grab the Aetheryte in the other area. This is Gengen? This is a Mord? Wait, these are not Mords. What are these called? That's a Cobalt! Yes, this is a Cobalt. It's a Metal Gear Solid mailing. Making a Codex soundboard. That sounds really cool. I'd really like to see that when it's done.
Master Gengen. This is the friend of the Exarch I was telling you about.
Master
Very
Gengen.
good. Though friend or no, all are welcome in Mord's.
What's he? What's he?
Souk is Mordish for city. As things
Mord
stand,
City.
this Souk boasts the largest and busiest marketplace in all Armorang. You'll find ore from the mines here, of course, but all manner of other things too. Many of them rare. As I told you before, not many visit Armorang by choice, but Mord Souk's a different story. Merchants come from miles around to purchase the relics the Mord dig up.
Aye, that they do. For Mord do not dismiss the spoils of the earth. We clean them and polish them and reveal to the world their true value. That is why they come here, come from far away, come with much money. And so our souk is always busy, busy, busy. No such thing as a thing no one needs.
And they have the little balls on their
You say
back.
that every time, Master Gengen. Some sort of family motto, wasn't it? Or perhaps a Mord philosophy, for which we should all be very grateful. Would that everyone was so willing to take in refugees regardless of race or creed. Now then, if you intend to spend any time here, you'll want to gain the trust of the locals. And there's a little custom all newcomers are expected to observe.
The cracking of the coin purse. You buy one thing from the market. Price can be low or high, just as long as you buy.
Have to buy something? Sounds like a scam.
As the good Mord says. In fact, the Exarch sent a little something to cover this very expense.
Oh,
A
thank you.
Verbert gold piece, no less. The first I've held in years.
Oh, because they wouldn't take my gill before.
Gold? Real Verbert gold?
Here, newcomer, crack your coin purse with me.
Oh no, you want my goods, newcomer? I have jars and pots all smooth and shiny.
Over here!
Come and look.
You buy, you buy?
I mean, they're a little creepy, but they remind me of Vivi.
Enough of that! Calm, I say! This one must still journey through.
Are they little Vivis?
Nothing bulky, nothing heavy, no pots. Nothing better for the road than a full belly. Spend that piece at Ronron's place, yes? Eat for 3
Yes.
before you leave.
Did you say eat free before I leave? I'm giving him coins. I'm not eating for free. Busy, busy, busy. You're gonna try your hand at coding where certain characters' dialogues are between X, Y number and people can pick a number. Oh, and it will play that dialogue? That would be really cool. Where are you going? Do you have a, is that gonna be for a certain con? I guess I don't know. Do people do things outside of cons? I am their newest, yes, I'm their new friend for money. Ron Ron. Welcome to Ron Ron's Traveler. I have wares to empty your purse and fill your belly. Take your time. Stare and sniff before you choose, but no drooling on the merchandise, yes? Okay, you move the camera and target a food stuff.
Cheese.
Cheese! Hey, Ka, how are ya? Oh, look at this foodstuffs. Oh, shoot. Meat, bread. Oh, it's for New York Comic Con? I'm sad I am missing it. That's me ever-burning bouncy, made with the best parts of the lizard, cured with a special spicy spices. Cause some find the smell challenging, but it'll warm you up on chilly desert nights. Lurking and grinding them Elden Ring levels, so you're on that Elden Ring grind, huh? I call that mush loaf. The middle is stuffed with bittersweet cactus fruits, so even if the bread dries out, it's still moist inside. Keeps you going in the heat. I know, this food does look good. Are these bugs? Everyone's favorite! Plump white worms slathered in honey. Once you eat a glazed wriggler, you'll never want any other treat. I pumped it so far with the meat. Oh, look at these frogs here. Oh, you'll like those. Chewy skewers. Find small frogs hiding under rocks. Spear with stick and roast over fire. Crackly on the outside, gooey on the inside. Perfect for snacking. 1,000 runes at a time. Yeah, it can get a bit grindy. Those games. What do we want? Do we want the meat? Do we want the lizard meat? Ever-burning. I think it's like lizard meat slathered in chili or something. It's supposed to be really hot. We could have the cactus bread. I think the cactus bread seemed. Or do we want like mealworms and honey? I think I'm gonna go with the mush loaf. It has carbs. Hey Gogus, how are you? Ah, very wise. You won't wither on the sands with a gut full of cactus fruit filling. You have the gold? And done. One Verbertite honor buys you 40 loaves of bread. Oh my god. Well, how am I supposed to carry 40 loaves of bread? Carbo load, exactly. How goes Final Fantasy 14? It's good. Brogan wants to say hi. By the way. Say hi. Am I about to be sick? Did I eat all of them? I'm gonna share the rest. Would you guys like some cactus bread? Oh, see? Your hard work paid off, Bubby. Our visitor invites us to feast. Let us give thanks for a great generosity. Yay. How many did I eat? Consider your coin purse cracked. I am pleased to accept your custom, and Gengen will be pleased that you honored ours. Keeping the merchandise down, yes? No returns. Brogan is an actual take. I was watching from here, Corey. You honored our custom with great relish. You will always be welcome in Mordsuk. If you need anything in Amarang, we're here to provide. Bye. Bye, puppies. Okie dokie. Gahaha! You have courage, my friend. Ronron's wares are more exotic than harmful, but I don't envy you the bellyache you'll have on the morrow. Right, now that you've eaten, I expect you're eager to get back on the road. Would you mind if we delayed our departure a touch? I have a few deals left to close before I can conclude my business here in Mordsuk. Wouldn't eat those. I'm not gonna eat them. Oh. I thought that I had to pick those up. Table cactus from Thon Thon. Iron ore from Thul Thul. Who are you? And then Mill Mill, but I need to pick it up from Mole Mole. Okay, here's Thul Thul. It's iron. Iron ore. Oh god. Thank you. All the marketplaces. Thon Thon? Is there a Thon? Okay, there's a Mole Mole over here. And a Thon Thon. I see a Thon Thon. Ton Ton. And a Mole Mole. Thank you. I'll take these, thank you. And possibly change my mind. A Momo? You'll be shy before Brogan, but you're not going down without a fight. That's how I feel when I play with Brogan. And then Tauntaun. Yes, I came with Cassard. Take your prickly purchase. Delivered the Mordsuk merchandise to Cassard. Busting around, I know. We're just walking and talking. Don't tell me you've been round the entire market already. Aye, that's a lot, all right. Good work. And quick, too, considering you've not set foot in the place before. I thought you wanted to sit in the city like the Exarch, but something tells me you're not a stranger to visiting strange lands. Unfortunately, your efficiency presents something of a problem. I'd hoped to conclude all my business before you return, but it seems there's been some confusion over one of the orders I'd placed. I'll have to drag in the middleman and sort this mess out. I'm sorry to make you sit around and twiddle your thumbs. Cassard? Hi! Well, if it isn't the lovely Tesleen. It has been a while, but your timing couldn't be better. This lady was on her way to meet with Alice. I'm supposed to be taking her to your corner of the desert, but a misplaced order has commandeered my attention. Wait, I know who you are. Alice has told me so much about you. You're Corey, aren't you? How do you know me? She's saying about me. I knew it! How wonderful to meet you in the flesh after hearing all those stories. I'm Tesleen. I work as a carer in the inn, and I've gotten to know Alice quite well since she took up guard duties there. It's so weird that Alice is a guard. Do you want me to take over as Corey's guide? My shopping's all done and packed for the road, so it would be no trouble. That would be a great help. Thank you. Well, it looks like you'll be able to head straight out after all. My caravan and I will be in the area for a while yet. Seek me out when you've had your fill of Amarang, and I'll send you back to the Crystarium. Thank you. Ooh, I wonder, what level is this? This is like a level 70 item. No, I'm gonna keep it. Alice has been desperate to see you, so let's get you to her sooner rather than later. The inn isn't too hard to find, really. You can actually see the top of the rock spires from here. We just need to swing around the ridge and then head south. Come on, I'll get my supplies together and meet you outside. I'm here, Tesleen. Where, you're gonna carry those all the way back? All set? Oh, I should probably mention the wildlife. While most of them will leave you be if you keep your distance, the local coyotes have learned to prey on folk heading home from the markets. I can usually swing a sword well enough to fend them off, but I may have loaded myself down with too many bargains today. Do you think you can handle any beasts that try to make a meal of us? Of course. I thought you might. Alice was always saying how much you... I mean, let's get going, shall we? Wait, finish your sentence? Do you want me to... Broken Mitsugurmagur. Mitsumagurmagur. Mitsumagurmagur. Sorry, there wasn't much time to shout a warning. Were you bitten? Those things can be nasty. And yet hardly a match for you, it seems. I'd always thought Alice was strong, but in her mind, she was never... now it makes sense. No. Well, we should push on. It might be best if you scout ahead and clear out any coyotes that have our scent. I'll wait here so you can fight without any distractions. Well, how were you gonna get back if I wasn't here, Tesleen? Honestly, Tesleen. It's bad planning, Tesleen. I forget about chocobos. Never have my chocobo out with me. Do I have Gissel Creeps? Chocobo? I do. Chocobrogan? You guys want to see Chocobrogan? It's Chocobrogan. Let's fight this adamant toy, Chocobrogan. Can I party with Chocobrogan? Oh, I can dance party with Chocobrogan? What? Once bitten, twice shy. Oh god, I wasn't paying attention. Oh, it made the saddest noise! What are we chewing on? What are you guys chewing on? Alright, let's go talk to Tesleen. She's right here. Oh my god. What happened? You? Oh, thank goodness you're back. I could hear the howling and snarling from here. Frightful creatures. Let's hope the rest have seen your handiwork and know to avoid us now. I need to get these supplies back to the inn. Talk with Tesleen, who I guess is all the way over here. Kieran, my favorite child. Oh, I wonder if these are the... Brogan. Unnecessary, man. Oh, is this it? This is it. Thanks to you. I didn't have to even drop my shopping even once. Come to think of it, I'm glad I didn't make the trip alone. Oh, has sold my oh, that tunic sold? Nice. It seems you ended up escorting me. I'll have to repay the favor somehow, but first, let's head inside, shall we? This doesn't look like a place where Alice should be hanging out. Welcome to the inn at Journey's Head. You might be our first visitor from the Crystarium since Alice arrived. This is the inn. It's not much, but it's home for the afflicted and a handful of carers. The afflicted? You don't know? I don't think I've met anyone besides Alice who is so unfamiliar with our situation here. Most folk have grown up knowing someone who knew someone. It's Sin Eater poison? I might leave out something obvious, so it may be best to have Alice give you the full explanation. Now, where is she? Am I going south? Following in her footprints. I just want to look at where I'm at. We're halfway through. Oh, you know what I should have done? I need to go get this aetherite. I haven't gotten it yet. There's things out there. Will you kill him? Yay. I forgot, and also you can like oh man, I was kidding. And now I feel like I should help you. He's fine. Alice. Alice is nowhere to be seen, but we flashed. Okay. We found some footprints. Oh, we're following footprints, heard. They're my footprints. Should I just keep going this way? Or... oh, I need to look at them. I thought we were following them. She is not that much smaller than me. Why do I have Goliath footprints next to her? Gilman? Is it like a light poisoning? There's too much light here, so people are getting poisoned? And then they become Gilman? Alright, Gilman's gonna fight me. Oh, I guess every time I get out of battle, I have to add my chocobo as my dance partner. That's kind of annoying. I want to look at the chocobo racing. Alright, fine. Oh, I didn't realize that it was gonna pick up all the way over there. Oh my god. Oh, the footprints go everywhere. Oh no. They're a mess. They're a mess in the sand. That's even bright for me.
Get back here!
Is that... It can't be.
Look at Alisei. Oh my. Impressive.
Just a lesser sin eater. Nothing to write home about. I knew you'd turn up sooner or later, but I had been hoping for sooner.
I mean, it's only been like 2 days for me, Alisei.
How are you? We've fought them to a standstill, then. The Exarch did say that the Empire seemed to have drawn back when he last looked in on the source. But without knowing for sure how fast time was passing there, I couldn't help worrying that a lot might have happened since then. I'm heartily relieved to hear that it hasn't, just as Alphino must have been. As you can imagine, both he and Urianger were desperate to hear the news from home when I arrived. I haven't actually seen Thancred and Y'shtola yet, but they will have heard all the latest developments from the Exarch by now, or should have at least. When I think of how frantic Tataru and the others must be, I want nothing more than to rush back and reassure them.
We sent a ferry back.
We still haven't found a way to reverse the summoning. And even if we had, we couldn't just ignore Urianger's vision. He may use 10 words where one would suffice, and they may often obscure as much as they reveal. But on this matter, he was as clear as day. I do not doubt for one moment that he saw what he claims. Nor how difficult it must have been to speak about them. The 8th Umbral Calamity and your death aren't exactly topics for idle conversation.
Well, I can imagine why.
As much as I might want to go home, I don't want to go home to that. We can't allow the rejoining to happen, which means we have to save the first from the Sin Eaters. That great wall of white is a remnant of the flood. 100 years ago, the balance in the first tipped decisively in favor of light. From that moment, it rose and swelled with each passing day, and then, without warning, it burst forth like water from a broken dam. A colossal wave of pure light, drowning everything in its wake. Only Norvrant was spared. For the most part, living things are composed of ether of various different aspects. But when exposed to such a flood, their etheric harmony is shattered, and their natural form breaks down. Then they either perish, or are warped into mindless abominations.
Oh, is that the people that are sick?
Yes, that's how the Sin Eaters came to be. They were once living creatures, or people, that were caught in the path of the flood. Once the change is wrought, there is no going back. In that instant, they are gripped by an insatiable appetite for ether, and will happily gorge themselves on any living thing within reach. But even that is not the worst of it. The stronger Sin Eaters can plant light in us, like seeds in soil, corrupting our ether and triggering the birth of new monstrosities. They are creatures of base instinct that exist only to feed and to multiply. They feel no pity, know no remorse, and are utterly deaf to reason, which is why they must be destroyed. Every last one of them. The infirmary is full of the Sin Eaters' victims, left here to spend their final hours waiting for the change to overtake them.
Oh, that's what that place. That's kind of sad, huh? What happened? And what happens when the change? They just kill them? It's just a matter of time. More for some, less for others. Those patients will all become monsters in the end. And to add insult to injury, the afflicted are feared, shunned, cast out of society and exiled here to the edge of the world. The only good thing I have to say about this hellish place is that it has served me well as training ground. Tesline and the others have also been kind enough to share their knowledge of the Sin Eaters, which is knowledge I can now share with you, while you help me finish my patrol, of course. Alice would okay, let's finish patrol with Alice. Here's what we'll do. I'll take the east side of the inn and you clear the west. That way you can have an undiluted experience with the resident terrors. These marks on your map are where the usual trouble spots are. You can assume that any beast with a white hide or carapace is a Sin Eater, but you'll know for soon enough when they come slavering after your ether. Remember, it's kill or be killed with these monsters. Once you've slain whatever's prowling around out there, we can rendezvous back at the north entrance. Good hunting. Sandsucker! Well, I guess we're gonna fight us a sandsucker. Bon, 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 bon. I don't know if I was in that. Oh no, it is a Sin Eater. Oh Oh my god. Oh, I think I got out of that. Try not to get attacked by everything else out here. I feel at least it's like one at a time. Not a bunch of them. There's 3 low. I think one of them is that like side quest that I was... I don't know what the levels for Chocobroken are. Oh, there was nothing here? Maybe it's for the racing, because you can race your chocobos. I keep forgetting that. I watched Verico do it. Tender Love is the name of the boost. That didn't look tender or loving. I'll save. Okay. I guess I could have just teleported, but that's okay. We're already here. How did you fare? I thought there may be 1 or 2 lurking on the fringes. Nothing out of the ordinary for this area. I expect you noticed it yourself, but individually, these lesser sin-eaters are no more deadly than any natural predator you might encounter in the desert. It's when they appear in numbers that they pose a threat. Much like the void scent, they have an unfortunate tendency to flock to the strongest of their kind. Thus, when a powerful sin-eater goes on the hunt, it might be attended by a veritable swarm of weaker kin. Imagine an army of such creatures descending on a village or hamlet. That's the basic idea behind my patrols. They call their ranks often enough that their numbers won't be overwhelming when the big ones come out to play. And you certainly helped on that front. Let's report our victories to Tesleen, shall we? Estate tells me you helped her on her patrol. You have our thanks and my apologies for leading you from one battle to another ever since the moment we met. In any case, I'm glad to see the 2 of you found each other. You have no idea how badly Alice has missed your company. Everything is always, if Corey were here, she would... That's an exaggeration, and I don't sound like that either. I was simply trying to view matters from another perspective, and I respect Corey's method. Ha ha ha. Honestly, after seeing her in action, I can understand why. The way she leaps into the fray without hesitation, it really is something to behold. I might be a little smitten myself. Haha, I'm only teasing, though I've no doubt she deserves all the admiration she gets, just as you do. Did she insinuate that Alice has a crush on me? Okay, the purchase, so there's 3 more, and then we have a new dungeon. I'd love to lay out a welcome meal, but the duties I put off when I went to the market are still waiting for me. There are 101 things that need doing. I'm sorry, but would you mind waiting here with Alice? What, and twiddle our thumbs while you work yourself to death? Surely there's something we can help you with. I could do with a hand. That's true. Thank you. You can start by helping me sort out the larder, Alice. While we do that, could you tend to a few patients, perhaps? There are 3 in particular I meant to visit. It's just a matter of saying a few words to them and seeing that their skin isn't caked in sand. Their names are Pawnil, Todden, and Halric. They may not give much in the way of a response, but I promise they'll be pleased to meet someone new. Hello. Oh, you're welcome. Aw. You're gonna turn into a sin eater, did you know that? Sorry. Sadie! Todden, hello. Oh, the tension in his face eased slightly. We smile back at him. Here, I just want to give you some pats. Can I give you a pat? Todden. Todden. I'm just gonna pet you. There you go. Alric? Alric isn't even gonna know I'm here. He's a child. Oh, and he's turning white. He's doing it. He's turning into the thing. I'm like looking at him like a mother. Alright, speak with Tesleen. Actually. Oh wait, it's here. Oh, right here. You've seen to the patients? How were they? Good. That's good. I knew they would enjoy meeting you. I am concerned about Halric, though. I'll have to speak with the other carers, but I think his time may be near. We should leave you to have that discussion then. I was going to take Cori to Mordsuk if you have any errands there that need you. Well, I suppose there is one thing. Would you pick up a nectarine from the markets, please? Kassard's caravan just passed through, so Ronron should have some fresh fruit. Why don't we? I was just there with Kassard. We could have gotten the nectarine then. Okay. We're going back to... Mordsuk? Mordsuk! It's Ron! Oh ho! Back again, are you? You need another taste of Ron's wares? Actually, we're looking to buy a nectarine. Do you have any in stock? Oh yes, nectarines, peaches, grapes, fresh and juicy. Given how richly you cracked your corn purse with me, I might still owe you food. Here, take this one, free of charge. Oh, that's very honest of him. He didn't have to give me any extra. I don't know the difference. Gods, I've never seen a Mord merchant give away something for nothing before. How much coin did you spend here? Yes, I'll take a jar of honeyed worms as well. No, they're not for me. It's an offering of sorts. The way I looked at her. The worms, if you please. Only the best regulars for you. Come again, my friends. Right. There's our shopping tours taken care of. Let's head up past the Aetheryte to the main tower. The view I want to show you can only be seen from its very top. I have to go up top? Oh. Here are your precious worms. That buys us a trip to the top of the tower, does it not? Glaze Wrigglers! You actually brought them! I really shouldn't let you, but just this once, okay? Only once. Never fails, shall we?
Look, over there, where the wall is broken. Do you see what lies beyond?
It's just an
That's
ocean.
what the land became after the light flooded in. An empty white nothingness.
Oh, that's not water.
Love cannot exist in such conditions. The primordial light would wreak havoc on the body's etheric balance.
I don't feel like we've heard anything about etheric balance until this expansion.
That nectarine you bought. It's Halric's favorite fruit.
Well, we should probably go give it back to him because I think he's gonna pass soon, honestly.
Most of the patients, Halric included, survived the attacks of powerful eaters. But their fate was sealed all the same. The monster's corruption has entered their bodies, and their very essence is being subsumed by light. The twisted state of the world itself just makes matters worse. Under normal circumstances, a person's ether naturally tends to equilibrium. But for these poor souls, the opposite is true. Sooner or later, every single one of them will turn. Tesleen and the patients, they all know this. They know what has to be done before the change goes too far, before the eater within takes over. The preferred method is mixing poison into their favorite food.
Oh.
In my time here, I've borne witness to a lot of last meals.
So they do kill them.
I feel just as helpless as before. No matter how hard I fight, it's never enough. But it's a war I mean to wage, nonetheless. Speaking of wars, do you remember how I made you promise not to leave me and then promptly collapsed? Well, let's just say I had a few choice words for the Exarch concerning the timing of his summons. But even if the fault lay with someone else, I couldn't shake the feeling that I'd abandon you on the battlefield. So I swore that I'd make up for my absence there by making a difference here. And that's what keeps me moving forward. Even when
You typed that in the wrong chat. I was like, I wonder what God's talking about. No worries.
On which note, it's time we headed back. The longer we keep Tesleen waiting, the harder this will be for her.
Someone's asking about monitor. Oh. Yeah, I don't keep my headphones are connected through my my stereo. I don't hear my voice though. So I don't monitor my voice, I just monitor it. I monitor it on the mixer. I'm glad I was able to show you that. When it comes to understanding the catastrophe which befell the first, one glimpse of the empty wasteland beyond the wall is worth more than an hour of Urianger's lecturing. And I needed you to know, beyond a doubt, that Tesleen has no other choice. The nectarine will be a kindness. It isn't just the threat posed to others. When a person becomes an eater, the pain appears to be excruciating. The Kharas are truly fond of their wards and will spare them that suffering. It is their way of fighting back against a fate worse than death. Are we sure? I guess they'd probably, like, kill us if we left them. So, I mean, we've been killing people, by the way, friends. This is as bad as in Genshin. You remember in Genshin when we found out we were killing people? We're doing it here, too. We're terrible. You're back. I hope you had a nice time. Did you manage to find a nectarine? Thank you. Alice has explained why I wanted this, has she? I can see it in your eyes. But we may not need it just yet. I spoke with the others and we've decided to keep an eye on Halric for now. Thanks to you, though, if his time does come suddenly, we'll be ready to send him on his way with a taste of happier days. That's sad. He's a kid. He's a child. Well, nothing is going to happen for a little while yet, so let's see if we can't lighten the mood. We don't want our gloomy faces worrying the patients. I think it's time for that welcome meal, don't you? Take a seat and I'll make us a nice stew.
Speak up if you'd like another helping. I made a little bit more than usual today.
Of stew?
And you've added something special to the broth, if I'm not mistaken.
Is it poison?
Aye, well, it's not often we have visitors from the Crystarium, so I may have thrown in a few extra bits and bobs.
You needn't have gone to the trouble.
Oh, it's nothing, really. And we do so rarely have guests. In a place like this, you learn to take what moments of happiness you can get. I remember when I first came here with my mother. She was showing the early signs.
Oh, no.
I knew there was no way to save her, but I just couldn't face what needed to be done. That's the way of it for most people. Why they travel from arms to stay here. Beaten, broken souls come to wait out the inevitable, to receive the mercy of a painless death. When my mother finally left this world, I was mad with grief, but also thankful that her passing was a peaceful one. It's never easy, ending a life you've cared for, even when you believe they go on to a better place. I often find myself wishing the Warrior of Darkness would come and do that part for me.
The Warrior of Darkness?
We've met the Warrior of Darkness.
You've never heard the tale? I'm not sure where it began, but every child in Norvrent could tell you a version of it.
I forgot about that. He came to our room. Our hotel room.
Warrior of Darkness, servant of death, take care of our souls at our dying breath. Let sinners and eaters of sin go with thee, that all may return to the sunless sea. Well, that's the version I was taught anyway. It's just an old bedtime story. He's certainly never deigned to visit us here.
Which is a good thing, surely. He sounds rather ominous.
Do you think so? I always liked the idea that he treated every soul the same, even the Sin Eaters.
They're coming.
Coming.
Desleen! Have you seen Halric? I swear, I only took my eyes off him for a moment.
Oh no. Did he turn? Okay, we have to go look for Halric. I don't know what's gotten into him, but if he's wandering out there alone... Well, assigned search parties and split up. Any idea where he might be headed? No, he's never done anything like this before. But it can't be a coincidence that the other patients are suddenly so agitated. They can sense something. In any case, let's keep the search close to the inn. Halric isn't very sure on his feet, so he can't have gone far. Damn, we should have given him his poison nectarine. I feel like we failed Halric. If we failed Halric. If Halric turns and we have to stab him in the face, we have failed him. He's gonna be over here getting attacked by scissor jaws. Because I'm in battle. They're gone. He went further west. But why would he go west? What's he doing that he needs to go west? Is he coming out here so he can change as a Sin Eater? I mean, I don't really like him. He kind of ignored me. Bella? Under attack. It better not be Halric. Hey, where's Chocobrogan? Are you fighting me? Oh, they're both fighting me? Where's Chocobrogan? Chocobrogan abandoned me in my moment of need.
Any sign of him?
Not seen him.
No luck then. But he surely can't have gone far.
I did kill a scorpion
The
back
Sin Eaters are
there.
out in force, and if we don't find him soon, you can be sure they will.
How do we know he's not a Sin Eater himself? Is that one of, like, the big
Did
Sin
you see the
Eaters?
size of that thing? It must be one of the nasty ones. Wherever it's going, it can only mean trouble. After it!
That's what they meant by it's coming. Melanie.
There it is!
Is that Halric?
Is
Halric!
that... Oh no! Halric!
We're not gonna get there in time, girl. Oh.
We have to run!
Oh no!
Tesleen! No!
Oh, Tesla.
We all deserve happiness. Wherever we can find it.
Oh no.
The time left to you is precious. No one should die in pain. Mother, I...
Is she gonna turn into a Sin Eater? Oh no, not Tesleen.
No, 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 no!
She still knows? She can still feel it? She still had consciousness there. Oh, that was very sad. Well, at least we can give Halric. I'm sorry, Corey. I tried to tell the carers what happened, but I can't be the shoulder they lean on. Not like this. So I have to speak with the carers? Well, you're one down. I don't know what else to tell you. Tesleen was always so cheery with the patients, telling them not to be scared, that there wouldn't be any pain. All the people in the world to suffer such a fate. I imagine you're just as shocked as the rest of us, so I appreciate what you're doing here. Me, I can barely... I don't have the words. Without a body, we can't even give her a proper burial. And she cared about that sort of thing, about giving people the chance to say their goodbyes. That is very sad. But she put all of this work here into doing this, and then she... Speak with Halric. Halric don't speak for nobody, to nobody. This is your fault, Halric. Just a child. I can't be mad. He's about to turn 2. Let's just give him his nectarine. I get here and look what happens. I'll say. Thank you. What you're doing, it means a lot to them. To me. Sorry to interrupt. We realized we hadn't. Thank you for rescuing Alric. You weren't hurt at all, were you? Huh? There wasn't even a fight. I was too late. Too slow. I thought I could protect you. You can't blame yourself for things beyond your control. You brought Halric back safe and sound. No one could have done any more. I'm sorry, but I've come to a decision. I won't be continuing my role here. I hope you will forgive me for leaving you, and that you will delay Halric's last meal for as long as you possibly can. Not until it's too late, of course. Just give him what time you can. Well, then who's gonna protect them? Farewell, Halric. Keep Tesline's words close to your heart. I say we give him the nectarine now, but that's just my opinion. Wait, you're leaving this very moment? I understand how you must feel, but surely this is a bit hasty. Do you even have anywhere to go? I have a destination in mind, yes, and a purpose. This damn light, building without cease. It's the reason we can't save those corrupted by the Eaters. But what if we corrected the balance? Even if it were only little by little, even if it took years, it would surely make things better. Now, hold on here. Everyone knows there's too much light, but how could you ever hope to get rid of it? You'd have to change the whole world. That's right. We should return to the Crystarium. I may not be able to repel the Eaters on my own, but I can still use the skills I've gained here to hurt them. This place just looks so desolate and we just left it. They don't have any protection. There's just gonna be sin eaters everywhere. Can they protect themselves? I don't know. It just seems kind of messed up to leave them out there, I guess. Hey, Moch! How are ya? How you been? Yeah, May was hanging out. May plays Final Fantasy XIV. Let's go... Crystarium. We'll go to Mordsuk. It'll be a little bit quicker for Mordsuk. I'm playing Final Fantasy XIV, Mochi. I don't have time for Genshin. Maybe I could pop in. Oh, it's a web event though, so it's just I just have to do something on my browser. Forgive me, Corey. I couldn't stay there a moment longer. But I was serious about what I said. While the men and women at the inn battle against this blight with kindness, I must fight it in my own way, with steel. Miss LSA, is there anything I can get you? You're swift as Samaro. I need to return the Crystarium immediately. As you wish. Oh, you just get 2 codes to put in game. Oh, okay. Cool. 80 prime ribs. I was sad when I pulled Diluc instead of Klee. And then I was like, I'm not playing this anymore. Remind me to wear goggles if we ever fly over Ring again. I barely got the sand out of my eyes. But the wind did help to clear my head at least. I think I'm ready to meet with the Exarch. We need to talk about how we're going to wipe the Sin Eaters out. Shall we? Alright, Tears on the Sand, and then the next one will be a... Wait, do you got a Diluc too? Or did you get another Klee? Because you got Klee. Everyone got Klee except for me! Oh, you got Diluc last year? Yeah, Diluc is not... Diluc is... I guess they're all good. But... when you were going for someone else... Man, you! Darn you, Diluc! Thank you for seeking me out, Corey. It meant a lot to have you there at my side. I'm looking at Alphino. I say he's as eager to begin this discussion as I am. I say we lay our experiences before the Exarch and step back to see what kind of picture they make. Then we can decide where to go from here. Okie dokie. Well...